to Lorrie's Kitchen, and I thank you for tuning into my station, and my name is Lorrie. Today we're going to make steak and eggs, something different for breakfast actually. I also have some sausages I'm going to prepare as well for my kids. Remember, I'm cooking for a family of 6. So I've already started. I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and record this. So I've already started cutting up my peppers and my onions. I do want to cut up another onion. So I washed everything off. I just got to wash my meat, my steak, and my sausages. I've already started the process here of cutting up everything. I'm just going to finish it real quick. I'm not chopping up my peppers or my onions. I'm just going to trim them. Something different. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start washing. Get this off the table. Washing my steak and my sausages. There we go. Pray I can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do salty butter. I'm not going to do anything else. I don't want oil. Not just yet. Then I have to get my flour. So meanwhile, I'm going to take my butter knife instead of spinning around. There we go. And let that cook in there. Then I'm going to go get in some paper towel. For this, I'm going to blot all this water out, because this is not for water. Now, hopefully, I'm trying to put you in a position where you can see me, but that's not working. So we'll do little by little. All right, here we go. That'll be so much better. So meanwhile, I have my friend here. I'm going to spin this around, and before I put my steak in here, I'm going to cook my green peppers up a little bit. My green peppers and my onions, I want to put that on board because I want all this to be tasted into my steak. So while that's doing that, ooh, it smells so good. I'll let that cook, and meanwhile, I'm going to go and I'm going to work with putting my seasons in. I have here garlic season. And I have my camera bring down so that way you can see exactly what I'm doing on the stove, as opposed to being so far out. I want to put it a little closer. So here now, that's just a little extra garlic. And here is my complete seasoning. All right. And then I have extra onion powder. Okay. So I have that in there, and then I'm going to put a little thyme up in there. Just a powder. Just for the flavor, for the taste. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to stir that up in there. And now Since I put the butter in there just to turn it a little brown, I'm going to go get my plate and I'm going to take this out and I'm going to put my steak in there. And then this is going to go back in there later. So now, I just need my tongue exactly how I want it. It looks like a lot, but once it's cooked down, it's over. So I'm going to turn my stove off for a minute. So the flavor, all of this in here, I'm going to leave. I just want to take the onions out. So I'm going to grab some flour. My flour here. Which I'm going to put a little bit in my bowl. Now, I have this in here. I'm going to take my little spray oil, which is Crisco oil. I just want to put a little dab in here. Sometimes you have to do that. Because my butter really soaked up into, okay, there we go, into the peppers and onions. So I'm going to turn it back on because I want that nice and hot. And now, I have my flour here, as you can see. So, I just want to, feel like I need to mix it a little bit more. All right, here we go. Okay. Dab it off a little bit. And it's so stringy because they're so thin. So, meanwhile, I have my knife here. Because it's so thin and it's stringy like, I'm just going to cut all that off. Look at this. Beautiful meat. But that's okay. While that's getting hot, I'm going to quickly put some more of this same season that I just used on my steak. And my complete, that was the garlic season. Now my complete season. I can't even see it. Let's go with, okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Complete seasoning. And now I'm going to go with my onion season. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to take this. I have my flour here. I'm going to dab, because I put so much on, I don't need to do the, it's so thin. I don't need to put any seasoning underneath of it because it's so thin, and I have it in the pan already. I just want to flour it really good. Stick that in there. Stick that in there. Make sure your steak is floured really well before you put it in the pan, if that's what you want to do. We're going to turn it down to medium instead of all the way up because I had it blasting. And all this flour should work, so I shouldn't have to go grab more. 3 pieces of steak became a little more. Okay, here we go. Right. So, I got one more piece up in there. Alright. Okay, here we go. Last little piece. Take this flour with the rest of it and just swing it all around it. Okay, let me see. Then I just grab that in there. But what I'm going to do is, because my stuff is dried out, I'm going to take my oil, my Crisco oil, and I'm going to put this in there. I don't want butter. Just a little dab. And if you get to that point and look a little dry, it's okay. Add a little bit more oil in there. Or whatever you choose, your preference. See that? Listen to that. And the pan is already hot, so that's enough. I just want to wash my hand a little bit. Okay, and there's my plate. And I'm going to do this. Put a little napkin in it. And then I'm going to see if I can flip it over. Look at that. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Take your time with it. Don't be in a hurry. Trying to get the steak done or the chicken done or whatever you got going on. Take your time with it. You want to make sure everything is good. And I like my steak well done. We're not doing medium well. I'm going to move this. I'll put this here because that's where my steak is going. And I have my sausages already cut up here. And we're going to fry it in there some type of way. We're going to wait for the steak to come out and then we're going to add that in. I'm just going to slice this in half. Not cut it up and chop it up, but just slice it in half. As you can see, because I want the flavor from the steak to taste into the sausage here. And that way it tastes just like steak. And it's delicious. And these are beef sausages. This is it here. So I'll move this out of here. Put this back in until I'm ready. So let's take a look at this again. Ooh, look at that. See how that looks? Nice and delicious. Okay. And it's cooking all the way through. I see a little juice trying to drip out, but we're going to get rid of that too. I'm going to turn the stove back up. See what happens when you turn it down? It cooks slow, and it cooks the way you want it to cook. So now that it's done on the inside, I'm just going to color the outside. Get it just a little bit more brown. And it's thin steak, so you don't want to burn them up. You got to keep an eye on them as you turn it up. Alright, so now, we're going to work on the eggs next. But in the meanwhile, I want to substitute this with that. But I want to cook the sausage first. So now I'm going to take this out. And they're very thin. Now if they were thick steak, then I would have to put them in the oven for like an hour or two. So they could be nice and tender. So now I got this out. I'm going to put my sausages up in there so I can get some of that flavor into this. And oh my God, the taste is going to be glorified. It smells so good. Cut this tie up. All right, here we go. That steak looks so delicious. See what I'm talking about? So we're going to incorporate everything together once this is done. Remember, I'm cooking for a family too. So I'm going to keep flipping. Turn the stove just a little bit higher. We don't want to burn them up. We want to make sure the insides are cooked up. That way when you're eating them, they taste just like steak. And I don't need to put any more butter or grease in there. That's into that. I have mixed up the sausages, my steak, and the peppers. My green bell peppers and my onions. That's all I have in here. So they all mix together. So what we're doing is we want to glorify, incorporate everything together. So we can get that wonderful, wonderful, yummy taste of all that seasoning from the steak onto the sausages. So when you bite into your sausages, they taste just like you're eating steak. These are beef steak and these are beef sausages. My pan here, and while this is cooking, we're going to put the eggs on. Because I did say we're going to make some steak and eggs. I got the grease exactly where I want it. Actually, that's butter. That's salted butter. So we're going to put the eggs in there. I already chopped, opened them up, and stirred them up. So I'm going to do regular salt and pepper. This is pepper. And I just want to put some regular salt in there. Just a little bit of that. I don't need a lot of salt. But we have a lot of seasoning onto here in the steak and everything. Our complete seasoning, our garlic, our onion powder, and then we got all this other stuff. And then we have our thyme in there as well. So I'm stirring it up, and I'm going to bring it down so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So we're going to let this cook. I'm going to turn it just a little bit more. And this is about 12 eggs. Because we're going to cook it for a family of 6. And my kids love to eat. We all do. Alright, there we go. So we'll let that cook for a minute. Meanwhile, I'm going to stir this up a little bit more. Put this in there. And you don't need any butter, any more butter or grease in here because it'll soak up. It'll take from the steak, I should say. But I'm going to turn it just a little bit more. Alright, and meanwhile, let me get rid of this here. There we go. That's that. So you just keep stirring it. If you need to turn up just a wee bit more, go ahead. Remember, these are thin steak, paper thin steak. And they're done. They're done. I could have chopped up the sausages, but I'm going to leave it like that because I want everything to be trimmed, include our peppers. So I turned up a lot more. And then now we're going to wish over here and see how our eggs are doing. And they're cooking. I'm actually trying to make scrambled eggs. Fried scrambled eggs. At that. I'm going to turn this up just a tiny bit. And you just keep stirring until you get it exactly how you want it. The next time I do this, we will make an omelet with all of this. Because it can be done. And my best friend right here is working it. Buttery eggs. We'll let that cook just a little bit more. Meanwhile, I'm just going to fly back over here. I just want to make sure my onions and bell peppers are really cooking in here. And I know I'm doing something. And the steak is cooking, getting there. It's already done. I just want to toast it a little bit. And you can do all that on top of the stove. And it's done. This is actually done. This is done. But I'm going to let it cook on until the eggs are exactly where I want it. And this is breakfast. Could you believe it? It's breakfast. I've been thinking about steak and eggs all week. So I'm going to mix with some steak and eggs on this morning. This is Sunday morning, and this is what we're having. And I'm going to turn off my eggs because they are seriously done. Scrambled eggs. Not fried eggs, not over easy, none of the other stuff. Scrambled eggs. All right. You can actually cook the rest of your eggs over heat. You don't need the flame for that. All right, so this is done. And now, this is done. Quick, fast, and so I'm going to turn this off. And now, we're going to come back for tasting. I have my chair here so that you can see me, the table, and everything else here. I have my plate here. And I also have my famous, which I'm going to get up and show you, masterpiece. How about that? Steak, sausages, eggs, scrambled eggs, beef steak, beef sausages with green bell peppers and my fresh yellow onions, okay? With my variety of seasons, okay? All right, you see what I'm going at? You see what I'm doing here? How about that? And this is breakfast, okay? So I'm going to set this down, and we're going to do just a little tasting. Just a little tasting. I'm hungry. Forgive me. Forgive me. So I'm going to take some of these eggs out. I'm going to grab me a loaf of bread, slice of bread, and I'll get that later. Grab me some green peppers. Oh, I love my onions. I gotta find them. That's what I'm talking about. Did so 2 onions and you can't even find them. It cooks itself away. So now we're gonna sit down so you can see me try this. Whew. And then I'm gonna go get my family. Here we go. I'm just gonna take my case knife here, my little butter knife, and just chop it up. Look how easy that is. Oh my God. Yes, I'm gonna make me a sandwich. I love sandwiches. Yes. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at this. My glorified food. My breakfast. And guess what? It was so easy, so quick, and so fast. And I took my very own time. Okay, here we go. I just want to chop it up a little bit. I could just bit it. All right, here we go. So here's my eggs. Yeah. Oh, this is good. I know what eggs taste like, but think of all that seasoning you got going on. Think of all of that with your eggs. Melt in your mouth. Not in your hands. Delicious. I'm hungry. And the steak is we did all of that. It is so tender. My family gonna love this. Is gonna be gone within seconds. It's over. It's over. So, if you like what you see and you like everything that I just did, give it a shot. It don't take a minute to cook this for breakfast. You can make it on a school morning, and it's quick and fast for the young people as well. Just put your steak in, put your butter in your pan, season up your food real good. Put your pepper, your peppers, your onions, and everything on first. Get that out the way. Brown it up real good, and then get your flour going with your steak, cause that batters up everything. And you put your eggs on. You do that at the last minute, cause you don't want your eggs cold. Unless you have a microwave, that works for me. So, I'm sorry. This is so delicious. I gotta get my family down here so they can go gusto. But, again, thank you for tuning in to Lorrie's Kitchen. And my name is Lorrie. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, thumbs up, okay? And if you like what you see, hit me in the comments, all right? Those that did say they did subscribe me, they comment me, but I don't see it. So I think you're in as private and don't know it. If you could just flip it over to public, that way I can comment back at you, okay? Thank you. And if you have any suggestions, hit me in the comments, all right? Thank you.